The Justice League doesn't quit.
Justice League Dark Apokolips War was released in 2020 and is the final movie and culmination of the 16-film animated universe that DC had put together. Now this one has Darkseid essentially finally conquering Earth. The Justice League make a first attack on his planet of Apokolips and get defeated, and then it skips to 2 years later and a lot of heroes are killed. You see some savagery in this movie. That being said, this one was really cool to watch because obviously I'd watched all 15 films previous. It worked because they made references to other movies, characters, etc., and I understood everything that was going on. And that's how you do it. That is how you do the shared universe. Of course, we know Marvel did that pretty well up until Endgame. And here we have Superman, who has been nerfed with liquid kryptonite, so he hasn't got his powers. You have Raven from the Teen Titans. You have John Constantine returns. He's pretty much the pivotal member of the Justice League who can help them. He's displaying some really cool power in this movie, and why in the Snyderverse we didn't have a John Constantine with this level of magic is beyond me. Now, obviously, I'm hoping in the Swamp Thing movie that James Gunn is putting together in his shared universe, if it gets past the first Superman film coming out next year, Constantine must be in it, because Swamp Thing and Constantine, they're kind of they go really well together, and I think having Constantine in that movie would do incredibly well. Of course, some heroes are brought into Darkseid's employ, like Batman, for example, is working for him. Lex Luthor is a weasel, so he's working with Darkseid because of his own interest. You do get an appearance, well, not so much an appearance, but there are throughout the movie here from the Suicide Squad, like Harley, Captain Boomerang, King Shark. You also get to see Black Manta return. Bane is in the movie, but he gets absolutely embarrassed. He gets shafted, which is really bizarre. But there's just a lot of death in this. Etrigan, who obviously Etrigan the Demon, who appeared with John Constantine and was also in the other Justice League Dark movie. He's in this, and he's pretty cool as well. There's just a lot in this movie. There's a lot that goes on, and there's a lot of real heartfelt moments as well, like between Damian and Batman. There's just some really cool stuff. Wonder Woman is sort of put on the back burner. The Flash is just, you feel sorry for Flash in this movie especially. The Green Lanterns, obviously you see Hal Jordan. You also see very tiny John Stewart as well, which is pretty cool, but don't get too excited by that because it doesn't go well. But this film has swearing. The F-bombs get dropped quite a few times. There's a lot of gore, and when I say gore, I mean people having arms and legs ripped off. And also, like I mentioned a couple of videos ago, Shazam is back in this movie, although considering you know that Billy Batson is a child who is just looking like an adult, he gets, I mean, I'll just say he gets his leg ripped off, for one. And you see it, it's pretty grim. There's a lot of heroes getting ripped in half, heads ripped off, arms ripped off. This film is straight savage. Definitely not for children, but a fantastic watch, and in my opinion, a really good end to the universe because of its ending. If you want to check that out on YouTube, you can go and check that out and see what happens, but it brings it full circle with the first film in the continuity. And next up, I will be watching and reviewing the Tomorrowverse, which isn't actually that many movies long, and the last movie, Infinite Crisis, I believe, or Crisis on Infinite Earths, the two-parter film that they're doing, that's the end of it. So I think I've got Superman Man of Tomorrow next, and then I've got a handful of other movies, including Batman The Long Halloween, which is like a 3-hour-long animated movie. But I really did enjoy the comic book, so I'm looking forward to that one. But yes, Justice League Dark Apokolips War is really, really good. It's one of the top within this continuity of DC animated movies. But thank you very much if you've watched all 16 of them, or even if this is just the only one you've watched. Please check out any others that I have done. And as always, thank you very much for watching.
We can't quit. The Justice League doesn't quit.